Self-awareness. Self-awareness is one of the most misused words in leadership. People hear it and think personality tests, journaling prompts, or a tidy list of strengths and weaknesses. So, optional, decorative. But that kind of self-awareness that actually changes a leader is not so. And it is rarely comfortable. Self-awareness is the willingness to see yourself without the protection of a story. It is the moment you stop explaining what you did and start asking yourself why you did it. If you are a marginalized leader, this work has a particular weight. You have been watched your entire career, every reaction read, every tone weighed, every move analyzed. So, you become excellent at outer awareness. You learn to feel a room before you walked into it. You learn to read what was not being said. These skills kept you safe. They kept you employed. They moved you up. But outer awareness without inner awareness is surveillance, not leadership. And you deserve more than a life of surveillance. Why it matters? You cannot lead what you cannot see. Most leaders cannot see the patterns running them. It looks like the same conflict showing up with different people. The same reaction that just happened when you are tired. The same blind spot you keep getting feedback on, and the same defense you give about it. When self-awareness is missing, your leadership runs on autopilot. And the autopilot is programmed by people, environment, and survival demands that may no longer apply. For you, especially for you. The cost is intimate. Many of the strategies that you got here, perfectionism, hypercompetence, avoiding conflict, overfunctioning, feel like personality. You have been calling them who you are for so long that questioning them feels like betrayal, but they are not who you are. They are who you had to become. Self-awareness is what gives you back the difference, what it does to your body. The 5 senses. Self-awareness is not only a mindset, it is a felt sensitivity in the body. You can feel the difference between numbed and awake in every sense. Sight. Numb. You miss what you did not see, and the patterns repeat in front of you. Awake. You see yourself in the moment, not only in retrospect. Sound. Numbed. Your inner voice is mostly criticism, justification, or noise. Awake. You can hear your own voice as separate from the inherited ones, and the quiet signals come back. Your gut, your team's hesitation, and your own tenderness. Touch. Numb. Tension has become so familiar, it has disappeared from awareness. Awake. your body becomes data again. Tightness, exhaustion, openness, all telling you what is actually true. Smell, numbed. You breathe yesterday's air and react to meetings from 3 years ago. Awake, the room has its own scent again, distinct from your past. Taste, numb. Hard feedback feels like an attack. Awake, it stops tasting like an attack and starts tasting like information. Self-awareness lives in the body before it lives in the journal. Visibility. Self-awareness makes leadership trustworthy. Self-awareness also changes how you show up with the people you lead. Not as flawless, as accountable. Leaders running this clean signal can say, I know what I do under pressure. I know my impact, not just my intent. I can be told something hard about my leadership and not collapse. People do not follow leaders who cannot see themselves. They follow leaders who can be told the truth and use it. Visible self-awareness is not public self-criticism. It is the quiet signal that this leader has done her own work and is therefore safe to be honest with. Liberation. Self-awareness frees you. Real self-awareness is an act of internal liberation. It means refusing to keep performing patterns you no longer choose. It sounds like, I can see what I'm doing, and I can choose something else. This pattern made sense once. It is not the only way I can lead now. I am not my coping mechanism. When you separate who you are from what you had to become, choice replaces reaction. And choice, actual, conscious choice, is where your leadership finally becomes yours. Liberation is the end of the inherited contract that said you had to keep being the version of you that survived. That version got you here. She is not who has to take you the rest of the way. Transformation. Self-awareness changes systems. When one leader is willing to see and name her own patterns without defense, without performance, without weaponizing the work, something radical happens. Honesty becomes survivable in the room. Other leaders realize we don't have to pretend we have nothing to learn. Self-awareness is not weakness, it is leadership. If she can name what she's doing, so can I. That's how personal self-awareness becomes systemic capacity. Leadership stops being about defending the self and starts being about evolving the leadership reality. Most leaders are not unaware because they are arrogant. They are unaware because awareness was unsafe. You were trained to protect the version of you that was approved of. Explain away the patterns that did not work in your favor. Stay too busy to notice what was actually happening inside you. That is the reality, and it is why so many capable leaders have become highly functioning strangers to themselves. If that is you, read it again. You are not broken. You did what you needed to do, and you are allowed to come home now. Self-awareness is not a character trait. It is a practice you have permission to begin. Closing reflection. Before your next leadership move, sit with 3 questions. What am I doing right now that I have not chosen but inherited? What patterns do I keep getting feedback on and keep defending? If I were a coach watching me lead today, what would I notice that I am not letting myself see? The answers are not indictments, they are openings. The final truth. You cannot lead what you cannot see. You cannot grow inside a story that protects you from yourself. And you cannot become the leader you were meant to be from the version of you that simply survived. See yourself with the same gentleness you give the people you lead. Then lead from there. That is the work.